You're about to hear the second of 3 episodes recorded live at PAX South 2017 in San Antonio. Apologies for any difference in the audio quality. We did record this live from the soundboard. And once again, we want to thank Chris Straub and Mikey Newman for stepping in and being our guests on this panel. You can follow them on Twitter at Chris Straub and at MikeyFace. And now it's like it never happened. We're starting all over again. Live from PAX South 2017 in San Antonio, Texas, this is We Have Concerns! Hi, Jeff Canada!
Hi, Anthony Carboni!
Hello, concerned citizens.
Oh, it's so awesome being here in the San Antonio PAX.
Yes, it is.
It's so fun.
I've been enjoying it a lot.
So many people to be around, so many folks. It's nice being around people, isn't it, Anthony?
I feel like you're gearing up to something. What are you gearing up to? Well.
You and I...
Master of segue, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Visual gags work great on an audio podcast. I want to interest you in a potential job that I think this might be good for you.
I'll take it.
All right.
I just trust you and I'm really low on funds.
There's an Austrian town of Saalfelden.
Nailed it.
Thank you. In the state of Salzburg, and they're hiring a hermit.
That is a good job for me.
Yes. Are you interested in becoming a full-time
more than anything.
live-in hermit?
Yes.
Here's
Yes.
the catch. Here's the catch.
There's no catch. I'm going.
Tiny catch.
What is the catch?
It's advisable that the applicants have a private income or second job because the website says the position is unpaid.
Then that's not a job for a hermit.
Hear me out. You get to live.
That's just like, I wish we had a hermit.
Right.
That's a hermit unpaid internship.
We're looking for an unpaid hermit intern.
And let me tell you something about the hermit industry. There's nowhere to go if they're not paying you off that out of the gate.
Right. Yeah, there's really kind of nowhere to work up to.
It's also illegal not to pay your hermit intern.
Are you sure about that? Even if they're volunteering? Even if you made it clear from the start that there will be no payment for being a hermit?
You can literally go anywhere where there isn't people and be a hermit. Why would you go there if they're not paying you?
It's very beautiful. The hermitage is unheated.
Great.
And it does not have running water.
Perfect.
Hear me out. It's only inhabitable between April and November. Hear me out.
I'm bringing back the word gnarly because that's how rad that is.
You get to live by yourself and almost no one arrives. But when people...
But almost no one means you're not a hermit either.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you're a hermit if no one arrives. It only matters if you're a hermit if very rarely people arrive.
Do they at least provide the riddles I give these people when they arrive?
They give you the sword that you can keep in your cave that you then give a riddle to find the answer to. No, they ask that you be of the Christian faith because people pilgrimage to this site, and they often ask questions like, why did I come here? And what are you doing here? And where is that sword?
None of those questions require you to be of any specific faith.
They're just saying,
if I asked you right now, what are you doing here and what am I doing here? That doesn't require you to be any specific religion.
Well, it's tradition.
What am I doing here?
I don't know.
Wouldn't a supremely Christian hermit say the same thing?
That's true. That's a good point. Am I a supremely Christian hermit and I just didn't know it? Anyway.
No.
So you have to have your application in by March 15th, 2017. That's why I'm there's a lot of people listening.
I'll rush down to the Kinko's right now.
All right. You have to send your resume, a letter explaining why you want the
Hermits
position.
don't have resumes. What is a hermit?
Maybe you've been
what is on a hermit resume? So as you'll see on my resume, I am covered in twigs and branches.
Oh. Very impressive, very impressive.
Some of this is dirt.
I don't understand why you had to write that under special skills.
Because not everybody is covered in twigs and branches, and not everybody knows how to do it. Do you know how hard it is to get a twig or a branch to stick to you, sir? And yet, you feel like you know what it takes to be a hermit.
Well, I'm just impressed that you used feces as your sticking material.
Oh, don't be impressed. We all hermits use feces. Not a lot of crazy glue in the cave.
What would you say is your worst quality?
The smell.
I would agree.
Yeah.
You seem like a supremely qualified candidate.
Thank you.
Maybe too qualified. That's the problem right now. I feel like you're like an upper management hermit, and we're looking for sort of entry-level internship. You realize this is unpaid.
Look, man, in this market, if you're a hermit, like, I don't care. Like, I would like to work this gig. I don't care that I'm like working a little below my level.
Well, I mean, you seem more like a recluse than a hermit.
Wow.
To be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sir, you know nothing of my training or skills.
I'm looking right here at your CV, and it just it seems like, yeah, you spent some time rolling around in the woods, and there's
some time. Over 10 years of experience, sir.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're overqualified. What are the pilgrims supposed to find out when they come to your hut and you realize that you've spent a lifetime out in the woods? When they say, "What are you doing here?" What can you tell them?
I can tell them that I'm here to be alone by myself. Get out of here. And then then a lot of times I scream, and it doesn't sound completely human because I'm not around people like a lot. So it's like a geek, like a geek, and then I kind of come at them with some sticks and then maybe like throw some rocks.
That is exactly what we're looking for.
I told you. When do I start?
Well, this thing has been in existence for 350 years. It's been a Benedictine monk lived there for 12 years, and he just quit.
The other 338 years, what was going on? It's 350 years old, and you've accounted for 12 years of its history.
Well, I don't know. I don't have the whole 350. We don't have time for that kind of thing.
Wow.
This guy was a Viennese pastor and psychotherapist, and he left last autumn to return to his normal life in the capital. Isn't that great? He's like, I did the hermit thing.
So
back to the hustle and bustle of the capital.
So wait, but he lived there for 12 years, but you said that this place is only inhabitable for half the year. What did this guy do for the other half of the year?
That's a really great question. It doesn't say.
There's something's going on. They're not really looking for a hermit.
The only other
They're not really looking for. I don't know what they're looking. They're looking for some weird part-time hermit. That's not a thing.
This is the beginning of The Shining, is what this is. This is medieval Shining.
Oh, medieval Shining. I feel like all of the medieval times was The Shining.
Yeah.
I feel like it was all just nightmares and terrors and people going crazy.
Probably. But I mean, that's what that was, right? Just part-time dude, just like hanging out at the hotel. Well, we can't have people here. No problems. There'll be nothing wrong will happen. And that's what this hermit. The only other thing of note that has happened here is that in 1970, a man fired a shotgun at the hermitage doors, but the resident hermit was uninjured.
There's like a lot of weird, there's a lot of staccato facts and figures coming up. There's not a real story of this place.
Well, do you want to know why the man fired a shotgun at the doors?
I'm guessing because it's fucking haunted. 380-something years that are totally unaccounted for, only stay for 6 months at a time, people randomly shoot shotguns at it. There's something going on, dude.
I mean, you're probably right. But this particular incident happened because the guy who fired the shotgun...
Go ahead, just buy into their narrative. Go on.
It said he applied for the hermitage job and got declined.
Wow! That's the first hermit-like thing I've heard.
He was so pissed off that the other guy got the hermit job that he went to the door and shot it with a shotgun.
Wow.
And I think you just got to admit, more of a hermit than the first guy, right?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, you just out-hermited.
Immediately fired the first guy.
Yeah.
Immediately, it's just like, well, I mean, we know that we hired you already, and we were filling out your benefits package. I know that we relocated you. I get that. But I mean, he just showed some real initiative.
But that guy is clearly much more of a coot. I'm a hermit.
Now,
That's a coot behavior.
Is it, or is
he's an old coot?
He's a proactive hermit, and it seems like you're a reactive hermit. What we need is a hermit that's got a little go get him, and by go get him, I mean go get him off your land.
Fair enough. So we have another hermit story that relates to this one. We got two hermit stories that were sent in right around the same time, and I thought...
We got two hermit stories that were tied to a rock and thrown through my window, and we didn't find who did it.
There's a hermit in Colorado who has been living alone for 40 years.
Okay.
He came in 1972 to a town called Gothic, Colorado.
Yeah!
I must save Gothic.
See, I was going the other way. I think that's where like Hot Topic corporate headquarters is.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Probably so. It's like all just spiked necklaces and black shirts, and I don't know.
Like Jonan Vasquez comics. Everybody's listening to Skinny Puppy all the time. Like, it's a real dope place. Chokers never went out of style. Like, it's cool. Like, family moves there, and they're just like in sweaters and t-shirts.
Yeah.
And they're just like, did you see those weird neighbors that just moved in?
I didn't want to look at them directly in the eye.
They baked us cookies.
They did?
Yeah, it was weird. It was super weird. They came over during the day.
What?
Yeah.
They
yeah,
were
when the
awake?
sun was out.
Were they wearing mascara at all?
Like, only the mom?
What?
Which was super weird.
I don't get it.
Yeah. None of their nails were painted.
None?
None. I don't like them.
Well,
Just keep an eye, like, we just tell the neighborhood watch just to keep an eye on them. And I don't want to be like, I'm not being, like, weird, am I? Like, you tell me if I'm being, like...
No, just finish your bat stew.
Sure.
And we'll just have a nice night at home. And
Okay.
tomorrow night, when we lurk in the shadows,
Sure.
we will destroy them. I love your ironic T-shirt, by the way.
Thank you. It's the only kind I have.
So this guy went to Gothic, Colorado
Mm-hmm.
in 1972 and decided he wanted to never hang out with anybody again.
I agree.
And
I get it.
He grew up in New Jersey and never liked being surrounded by people, so he moved to a secluded ghost
Well,
town.
I mean, those two things seem connected.
Yeah. And this is an interview with him, by the way. And so he started camping in a tent and realized that he needed to actually move into an abandoned mining shack because it would have 25 feet of snow every year in this spot.
Well, also because of the property value. Like, a tent in the middle of a field is good, but if you can get yourself an abandoned mine,
Yeah.
woo!
Yeah, that's like an investment right there. It's an
Also,
investment in you.
I hate to keep harping on this, but what kind of hermit grants interviews?
Well, it sounds like he's been doing it since 1972.
Just like, oh, come on in. That's great. So you're from Channel 4?
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Can I get you anything?
The newscopter. Sure, yeah.
The news what? I'm sorry. I never leave the cave.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can get me anything that you've got, really.
I have old water that drips down from the top of the vine, and I have roots.
I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good.
cool.
I just wanted to interview you about your lifestyle, and
Sure.
we're just gonna have the makeup girl come in, and she's gonna do a little touch up on you.
Great.
Okay, I'm just gonna check. Oh dear God. I only brought this small kit. There's a lot of pock marks. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. No, please don't eat my pancake. That's not an actual pancake. That's just pancake makeup. Please.
I don't know the difference between food and minerals anymore.
My
I don't know or care.
All right, well, let's just get this interview started.
Sure.
We're gonna turn the lights on here. We'll just light you up.
By the way, how did you hear about me? Was it my newsletter or did my agent send you?
Yeah, you're.
Just so I like to keep track of how these things get set up.
We went to your website and we downloaded all your promotional materials.
Yeah,
and we went to
great,
the manager who forwarded us to the agent. We saw that.
Do you feel like the photos were like too dirty? Because I just replaced them. I had them redone.
They look great to me.
Thank you.
Not really what you look like. I'll be honest with you. It's a lot of. Oh boy, that's not. Please don't. That's. All right. You're gonna need more makeup. Anyway, so this guy, he has been living there, and to fight boredom, he decided to just record everything he saw. He recorded the snowfall. He recorded the temperature. He recorded.
What do you mean record?
He wrote down in his little journal.
Okay.
With pencil,
Okay.
by hand,
Sure.
with his.
No,
Hermit
I'm
finger.
At this point I'm with you. I don't think I need any more
He
details.
wrote it.
I get it. But if we can go back.
Yeah,
He did what?
he wrote it down.
Thank you.
And he recorded the comings and goings of animals, the migration. When did the deer show up? Like how many times did he fuck them?
Yeah. The voices that were in his head, what they sounded like.
All the stuff you do as a hermit.
Sure.
And it
just
turns
hermit
out,
things. Hashtag just hermit things.
He recorded avalanches that he saw, and it turns out that he has one of the most comprehensive records of climate change in the world. There's no place in the world that has a more comprehensive...
And the most paranoid writings about owls and how they're watching.
Yeah. Who? Me. It's always me. Why do you keep asking that?
Oh, boo. Boo. That is definitely your one. That is definitely your one. So wait a minute. So this is probably a very useful record. Extremely
useful. There is no place on Earth that has a more accurate recounting of avalanches, naturally occurring avalanches, than old Gothic Colorado, because of this guy. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. Hermits. That's why Hermits is dope.
Hermits?
That's why I want to be a hermit.
That's why you got to apply by March 15th.
No, I don't want to be one of these corporate hermits. I want to be a counterculture hermit like they used to be. Before all the corporate money came in.
Can I read you a quote?
And the fancy mine shafts.
Can I read you a quote from this guy?
Sure.
He says, the lifestyle might not be as exciting as people reading this story picture it to be. He says,
oh, I think it's probably way more exciting than I pictured it to be.
He says, everyone has this idea, sitting in a comfortable chair.
Because he's in a mine, so he's a prospector.
Come on, man.
No. I'm just in case anybody didn't understand.
Been working on that hermit voice.
Yeah. It's really more of a prospector coot voice.
Everybody has this idea, sitting in a comfortable chair in your cabin, reading a book with the snow falling softly outside, he says. The truth is, it's boring as shit. Direct quote, dude.
Yeah. No, I feel like he's incorrect and we all get it. I feel like we all really get it. If we thought it was interesting or exciting at all, there would not be hermits. There would just be 100 million people living in the woods.
Why didn't he stop being a hermit? Just what I know.
I'm bored all the time and I hate my life and this is terrible. Okay. Do you want to stop?
It's better than the alternative.
Whoa!
I guess.
Would you ever be a hermit? Would you go be a 6-month-a-year hermit?
The idea is kind of appealing in a sense of like, oh man, all the reading I'd get done, and I would just be on the internet.
I feel like I would have to be a Wi-Fi hermit, which is like not no different than what I'm doing right now with my life. except my reception would be worse.
Right.
And I wasn't grandfathered into unlimited data. And that's a problem if you're a hermit. A Wi-Fi hermit.
Right. If you want to be a Wi-Fi hermit, you got to get that unlimited data.
Gotta get up on that unlimited data. But I think I would like to do this. I think I would like to be a hermit for like 6 months.
Yeah, 6-month hermit.
6-month hermit.
That's just enough time to get the crazies.
I feel like 6-month hermit is at the PAX Rising booth.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely an indie game.
6-month hermit is a super sweet game.
I don't know, who wants to be a hermit? Silence at PAX. Silence.
These people are shoulder to shoulder with like 200 of their closest friends.
Yeah. No. Except one guy like looks left and looks right at his friends and like raises his hand. He's like, yeah, me. Yeah, we'd like to know if anybody listening at home would like to be a hermit. You can hashtag that. Yeah, that's the one. It's spelled just like it sounds. I'm at A. Carboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
And remember, if you enjoyed this episode, head to iTunes and give it a 5-star review.
And if you didn't, fuck right off.
Yeah, fuck right off.